The girl on point? Meth? Fleek? Help me out here. The Magazine Cover Magazine, a weekly magazine about that one magazine cover. Uh-oh, jam handy. Abandon all reason, ye who enter. Wow, this room has issues.
Well, 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 will you look at those lovely creatures? Look at that one. As tasty and tempting and toothsome and trim and tiny a tidbit. No. Let's see, where was I? It's too bad that she's not the real McCoy.
Oh, but I am real.
Ah, it's Pennywise.
Fancy that. Say, beautiful, let me in on the secret. What's going on here anyway? What are your hopes? What are your ambitions? What's your phone number? Who are you anyway?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Who are you?
Well, I'm a professional model, of course.
Well, if you're only a model, I'd sure like to lamp the finished product.
Wordplay.
Hold the phone there. What's this?
Where am I?
Wow, how many of you girls are there anyhow?
Why, there are hundreds of girls making a successful living at modeling.
Can I borrow some oxygen?
Modeling? Hundreds like you, babe? That sounds like paradise. Gee, this modeling business looks like glamorous stuff to me.
That's what they all say. But posing hour after hour in this Alaskan sealskin coat under hot lights isn't exactly what I call fun.
Oh,
Wrinkle
boo-hoo.
that nose, honey. Tell me, where do you beautiful babes get your jobs anyway? How do these magazine people know where to find you?
I'm in the Penny
We're
Saver.
all registered at the model agency. If you will go down there and look through their files, you can find out all about
Dressed
us.
like Robert the Bruce.
Well, what are we waiting for? So long. Toodaloo.
Be gone, object.
Hello. Do you mind if I give the place the once-over? I'd like to get some first-hand dope on what makes the wheels go around in a model agency.
Why, of course. I'd be delighted to show you around and explain it all.
Can I get you some drugs?
Just a little bit of heaven. I wouldn't mind working here myself. I'll
bet.
bet every good-looking girl in town works here.
All four of them.
No, but they hope to. Of course, we can't accept them all. We have over 100,000 applications a year.
And that's just from Topher
We
Grace.
try to interview each girl personally. Of course, magazine illustrators and photographers are always looking for beauty, but they are constantly calling for different types. One day they may need a...
Hey, Senator,
Pardon
pay
me,
attention.
but are you listening?
What's that? Oh, yes, sorry, I guess my mind was one.
I'm a sex predator, you see.
Seems to be a common habit here. I thought perhaps you might be interested in looking at some of these scrapbooks and seeing how the various girls are listed.
Hey, it's a literal binder full of women.
As I said, photographers and illustrators are always looking for different types. One day they may need a blonde,
Or 4 non-blondes.
and then a brunette.
Or maybe a shapeshifter.
Or perhaps their assignment calls for a short, dark girl,
So very dark.
or a tall, slender one.
Just get me Janice from the
Many of
Muppets.
the most successful girls aren't necessarily good-looking, but have special features of unusual form and beauty.
Like audio
A
commentaries.
beautiful head of hair,
Wireless remote.
perfectly formed hands,
Symmetrical
or
antennae.
legs, correctly spaced eyes,
And a full set of
and
naughty
even
bits.
white teeth are features for which many of these outstanding models are
I
noted.
can see that, yeah.
Nice work if you can get it.
Is everything a joke to
Here's
you?
someone who can give you a lot of information. He's a photographer assigned to do the cover for the new issue of Friends magazine.
Glad to know you.
Jerk.
Yeah, you certainly look it. Howdy, Hypo. It must be interesting work, spending all your time taking pictures of pretty girls.
When you put it that
By the way, does your camera ever get a cold shutter and feel a little negative?
Never speak ill of my camera.
Seriously, though, don't you ever get tired of it all? Doesn't picturing pulchritude ever pall?
No, and my name's not Paul.
Thanks, glad to know you.
Deja
Say,
vu.
I'm developing a personal interest in this work. Would you mind if I stuck around your attic a bit and watched you snap some pictures, Paul, pal, Paul, pill?
Cut.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
What is happening?
Okay, come along. But don't get in my way.
Clean up nice and wear a bra.
These are the ones I want. This one first.
Who wouldn't?
Should we affirm her humanity? Nah.
How can you smile so sweetly with such a sourpuss photographer around?
I'm really high.
Uh-oh. So this is what a photographer's studio looks like, eh? Hey, look, Sunshine, you, the fella. Why don't you take your Kodak out to the curb and snap your picture in a real car? Why don't you try that?
For this type of close-up, a real car would only be in the way of the camera.
Speaking of in the
Oh, but
way,
I like close-ups. They're so cozy, don't you think? Or don't you?
I don't think, no.
Hey, you, get out of the way.
Who, me?
This is a first-person douchebag simulator.
You mean me?
Yes, you. How can I see anything here with you in the way?
Oh, so that's what you were doing under there, huh? Say, do you mind if I take a peek, chum?
Sir, this is a place of business.
All right, make it snappy.
All right, everybody out. Give him some privacy.
Gee, it's upside down. How can I tell anything from this?
Might try standing on your head.
Okay, if you say so. Here goes.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
There. That's okay.
I am bringing allegations against this movie.
Well, well, whatever became of the old-fashioned running board? What'll they think of next? Look at that, will you? I mean the running board.
We know what you mean.
Hey, you, what are you doing? Are you tired, or does your work call for you being down there?
This is what's called a worm's eye view.
Yeah, I'll
Take
bet.
a look.
Okay, Worm, move over. Never mind, I'll take your word for it.
Why'd you bring it up then? Jeez.
Ah, swell. This shot is just to be a close-up of hands. Gee, that's graceful. Certainly looks easy. And it's certainly an easy way to make money.
Unless you have Gollum
I'll
hands.
tell you what to do. Bring that back light up a little bit on the rheostat. Never mind that spot, Joe. I won't need it.
Bring me the peanut butter.
There, that'll do. That's okay.
Boy, what a set of props. But why is it necessary to have anybody in the scene at all?
Girls are icky.
Why don't you just shoot the car by itself?
Because that's not what Mr. Cronenberg
Yeah.
wants.
Or you.
Ouch. But on the level, why not?
Because sexism.
Too static.
Well, brother, those legs or limbs, they sure add a kick to it.
Puns are not inherently funny.
Ah, yes, it looks like the automobile is here to stay. Me too. Hey, Sonny, what's that stuff you're spraying on the car?
Oh, that's that True Coat.
Condensed milk.
Condensed milk? I don't get it. What's the idea?
We're baking the car. What's not to get?
Well, you see, this milk cuts down the light reflections. Hot spots, as we call them, that kick back into the camera.
Oh, sure, I get it.
It's the sexiest car alive issue.
Okay, Gus, that's enough. Take it away.
Bring in the fluffer. Now, in this scene, you're both eating a car.
All right, here we go now. Hold it. Come on, smile.
You're selling pollution-belching
That's fine.
cars
Hold
with a
it.
false
Steady.
promise of sexual availability. Now,
Wait
smile.
Wait a minute. Where's the moon? Hey, Sully!
Okay, boss.
The moon was taking its union smoke break.
Come on, make it snappy. Get in there and steady it.
Really make love to it. Get in there.
Okay.
Can we get a younger, more attractive moon?
All right, here we go again now. Steady, hold it. Come on, Betty, come on, give me a smile. That's right, hold it.
Oops, the sexual revolution happened.
Okay. Wrap it up. I have a problem here. I can't make up my mind which one to use.
Cancel all the magazines.
Got any suggestions?
Yeah, keep butter out on the counter so it spreads easier.
Any one would do. They're all good.
I know they're good. I took them.
That's the trouble.
Boy, oh boy, wouldn't you have a beauty if you could combine all those features that you've been shooting? What a nifty picture that would make.
Say, that's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of that.
I'm calling it Photoshop.
You thought of it, say, that's my gal.
But this ending feels tacked on.
Want to buy a magazine, mister?
Ah,
Well, folks, here's where I came in.
Eraserhead made more sense than this movie. Goodbye. Enjoy accessible preserves.